Okay, today is Wednesday, the 5th of August, and we're gathered today to talk about outreach updates and welcome week. So, we are running out of time for welcome week. Don't nobody panic though. Uh, Here are the updates that I've got from Casey Francis. So we had floated the idea around of probably having like a photo competition and issuing a prize for online students to submit their photos. But ASU Online is going to be doing that um, in their domain. So Casey Francis was like, "Don't do it because we're already doing one. We don't want to like spread it thin for us." So we're gonna scratch the photo idea. Because we want max participation either through ASU Online or us. Another thing that she mentioned is we're also running out of time to come up with graphics and posts so ASU Online can use on their social media platforms. They don't like to do anything if it's less than 2 weeks in advance. So we have until the end of this week to come up with engaging posts that they can use on their social media platforms to direct traffic to us. So my social media people and the people who are working on graphics, we're on a time crunch for that. We definitely want to utilize big ASU Online as much as we can because they have way many followers that they can point to us during the welcome week. But if in the event that we cannot come up with the content for them, Casey Francis said that they could maybe feature us in some of their stories, but definitely not any of their posts. Another thing she mentioned is once we have our content ready to go, she will create events on Sun Devils Connect, which I'm sure all of you guys are familiar with Sun Devils Connect. They have like 16,000 students on there and alumni. Um, so she'll create an event through Sun Devil Connect, pointing people to our page. So that's great, because that's the exposure that we need um, for Welcome Week. So as of right now, we have Sun Devils Engineers, Ideas, BU, ASU, Si Se Puede, Sigma Delta have confirmed their time slots with us. I'm also going to have a leadership meeting for all of the organizations. I sent the emails out yesterday. So if any of you guys want to join in on that meeting, even though you're not a leadership for an organization, you can, just so we're all in the loop. I know that Allie hasn't picked a time slot, so I'm calling you out in this meeting right now for the poli-sci majors. Celine just confirmed Si Se Puede's time slot. So there was 11 organizations that said that they would partner with us to do this event. I'm giving them until Sunday to give me a time slot. If not, after Monday, these organizations that wanted to participate will not have that opportunity anymore. So if you guys are in any of those organizations or you know of a leadership for those organizations, please start whispering in their ear that they need to make a decision because we need to put out a schedule. We're going to put out a schedule on obviously our pages, which is the open Facebook page and my Facebook group that we're all in. We're also going to put a schedule up on Sun Devil Sync, and Casey Francis will create Sun Devil Sync events for each of our organizations. So I think the first organization up is the Sun Devils Engineers. So on Sun Devil Sync, they'll have an event and you'll get an email for that if you're part of Sun Devil Sync in any capacity. So those are really good methods of like spreading the word. Also, I need to get a group of people who either already have access to the email address or are interested in doing these little subgroups as we're going to be putting out the talent show and the scavenger hunt, I need people to be monitoring the email for entries to the talent show. So you would go on there and find whoever said they wanted to be in the talent show, and kind of just like bookmark that or save it to your computer or whatnot. And then I also need people monitoring the email for the scavenger hunt. And the scavenger hunt will commence on that Monday. We'll put out the clues form, and then we'll be giving away a prize to the student who completes the form correctly. And all our prizes, which today Casey Francis told me she went to go get from the bookstore, we'll be giving away 3 prizes on behalf of the OSG, 1 for the scavenger hunt, the grand prize for the talent show, and then the runner-up. So social media people, when you guys let or put out the content of these things, please be sure to include that that they'll win a prize, and it's not just for the glory. And I think another incentive that we'll throw in there is that the OSG will follow them on all their social media platforms. So I don't think that the OSG follows any students. I mean, I might have the OSG following me because when I created it, I was just like playing around with it, but that's probably it. But yeah, so that'll be another incentive, is that we'll have the OSG following the winners of these contests. So yeah, we're in a time crunch. Does anybody want to volunteer to keep track of the email address for talent show entries?
I've got you on with the email stuff because I have access.
Okay. So I know it's Zeal. Do you mind, hold on. Do you mind kind of going on there and just looking out for scavenger hunt?
No, I don't mind.
Okay. And I know Itzel, we were talking about maybe you doing the hosting, but we talked about who would be the person who would do that, which would be Nick. When we announce which I hope that somebody gets it in 3 days and it doesn't take long, because on Wednesday in the middle time slot at 6 p.m., we're going to go through the resources. So we're going to do a live screen share of us going through all the clues and going through all the resources so online students know where to find what. And either Itzel will do it or Nick will do that for us live. Are there any concerns? Do you guys need more jobs? Welcome week is coming up very, very quickly. There's a lot of moving pieces. I'm trying to get everything hashed out with all the organizations by this Monday, because Casey Francis has been hounding me for that schedule. And it's only because she wants to make this as public as possible for us. We don't want to have these organizations coming on to speak to the student body and they have like 2 people at their meeting, because that would be an epic waste of time for them and an epic waste of time for us. I know we're all online students, so kind of just spread the word to your classmates and things like that, if you can. We went over the newsletter. The newsletter is always looking for writers, if anybody wants to jump on that. Yesterday we had the meeting for that. Another thing that we also had talked about for the newsletter was doing like a photo opt, where students take a picture of their workstations, since we're online students. And I do expect 100% participation from the outreach. You guys, we have to help. We are the face of the organization. If we're not doing it, nobody else is going to do it either. So it doesn't have to be a fancy shot or anything like that. Just kind of send in those pictures to either myself or Itzel, and then we'll put them in the newsletter. Does anybody want, okay, so Nick is gonna be looking over the email address. Are there any concerns? Is there something that you guys feel we're not pushing? We're pushing out the election committee because the election committee needs to happen like yesterday. So I actually spoke to somebody today who emailed the OSG who wants to do that. So he's gonna come to our meeting on Saturday, and we'll get that squared away with him. But those are the updates. And what I really do need for Welcome Week is I need somebody working in the background. And I need somebody to help me figure out how I can live stream Zoom calls without interruption between the clubs. So if a time slot from 5 to 6 happens, I mean, we have like a minute and a half to 2 minutes at the most, where we stop live feed and then start streaming the new club.
One of my coworkers does it for work. We have like a presentation every Tuesday or something that's a live feed of a Zoom call. So I will ask him tomorrow about how he does that. But
okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Also, so I kind of wanted to do like a watch party. And the only thing about this is I really wanted to stream Hamilton because it's like out on Disney Plus, and I am a parent, so of course I have Disney Plus. But the thing about Disney Plus is if you want to join in the watch party, you have to download the Disney Plus watch party app, and then I give you the code and then you can watch it. Is that too much? Should we just do like a plain old Netflix straight to Facebook watch party?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we just screen share one person watching the movie? Would we get in trouble for that? I can't imagine it's like the same of just having your friends over and everybody watching one thing, but
I don't know if it lets you though.
I did it.
I did it for a birthday party, and the girl shared her screen, and we all just were on a Zoom call together, and we were able to all watch it together.
Okay, we could do that. I don't mind screen sharing my thing for Hamilton. I mean, does everybody mind Hamilton? It's just like new, you know, and if you don't have Disney Plus, then you don't get to watch it.
I think it works because, you know, we're the online student government, so Hamilton's about creating the U.S. government-ish. Yeah. So I think that'd be good.
It's amazing. I've watched it 4 times already.
So that's the kind of the movie I want to do, because we still don't know which organizations are going to come through and are not. We should start brainstorming what other watch parties we could do, because if all else fails, we're going to do a watch party every night.
Yeah.
And then of course we have other backup ideas, like having a social mixer where we just play games. We also have that other backup plan of the bad joke contest, where people just come on and say their worst bad joke, and then they win for the glory. So I will know more about what the schedule looks like and what organizations look like on Monday for sure, because on Sunday I'm having that leadership meeting. So I don't think she's on here. Let me see. No, her name's Allie. She's the other Allie. Allie will be the one who's editing all of the talent show entries onto one video for the talent show host to stream. So talent show hosts, you guys are all on here. You guys will have the video probably by midweek, because the talent show is the last event. Well, not the last event, because we still need to do the farewell part of it, but it'll be in the middle time slot on Friday. And I will walk you guys through everything that you need to do for that. Also, if you guys want to enter into the talent show, I'm not discouraging you guys to do so. Kyle, I know you play several instruments, so I would submit a video.
I didn't even volunteer for it. That was Allie and Emily.
Okay.
Roxanne, real quick, in
Go.
regards to the organizations, do we have United Nations ASU? Is that on the list?
No, the only organizations I asked to come speak were the ones that were specifically tailored to online students.
Okay, gotcha.
So I'm still waiting to hear back from a few. But like I said, we have about 11
Okay.
that wanted to. And I sent emails to everybody who's on Sun Devil Sync, and I joined that Facebook group with all the leadership for ASU online student organizations. And I kind of was like messaging people through there. But Casey Francis said that from the very beginning. She said some organizations are not even about growing the organizations. It's just about having that tab on your resume that you're a part of something, and others are just not looking for that structure, more of a social dynamic. So I think the ones that are very interested in growing their organizations have reached out to me. So I'm really excited about that, and hopefully we can get everything situated with them. Another thing too is I have them slotted in because I don't have an okay from all of the organizations. I have them slotted in for an hour. Do you think that's too long for a single organization to take a?
Yeah, I think it's a bit long.
Yeah.
It's a bit
So
long.
I should do like 30-minute.
I'd say 30-minute, yeah, at max.
Okay.
Yeah, I
you-
think 30 minutes would be
May
perfect.
depend on the organization. too.
Celine's
I
like,
was gonna
yeah.
say it depends on what they're doing, because some orgs, like their info nights, if they do like an info night, it could take a whole hour. Or if they just, I don't know. I guess, do they know what they're doing? Have any of them got back to you about what specifically they're doing? Because that might affect time slots.
So I sent out the email, and I didn't share it with you guys. So let me just do that now. Okay, let me pull it up first. I sent them an email about what it was, what I wanted them to do. Because my initial email was like, hey, do you want to do Welcome Week with us? And the ones who responded yes, I ended up sending them this detailed Word doc. So let me just share that real quick. And hold on, where is it? Nope, that's not it. Okay, what can you guys see? Can you guys see? Okay, here it is. Can you guys see yourselves on the side of my, like right here? Okay. So here's what it is. You know, we're pleased that you've partnered with us. These are the dates. This is the time slots. Here's a general idea of what it's going to look like. We have the treasure hunt right here, the talent show right here, the goodbye right here. The welcome is not going to take that long. So ASU Sun Devils, ASU Engineers is in this very first time slot. I have the updated time slots on the drive or in the drive. So here's a description I gave them. I was like, talk about your organization, who you are, how did you come together, how long have you been in organization, how do students get involved, what are some of your organization's accomplishments? You know, I know for Ideas, they were like the first science community organization to start up with a constitution and all that. So that's something that they would talk about. BU, they're the only organization for the LGBTQIA plus community. So that's something that they would talk about. So I also said, you know, depending on the number of organizations, think about a fun interactive game. You know, it fosters an inclusive and fun environment. And then I want them to do a Q&A time with anybody who's on their call. So they need to answer anything club related. Student government, I don't know if Lawson has reached out to you guys of who he wants on that panel, because I left it up to him to pick the students he wants on the panel. So you guys will be following the same kind of standard, I guess. You know, again, I said, hey, your participation is a reflection of ASU Online and your organization. You know, please be courteous and respectful. And then I sent them this requirement that they have to have 2 clips, like a welcome clip and a farewell clip, because we'll piece all of those together, and that's how we'll open our event and close our event. And I send them samples, so I ended up doing like 1, and I sent it to them, and I did a farewell one. And then I told them, like, they're not scripted. I want you guys to be like your genuine selves, because at the end of the day, we don't want to sound like robots. We want to sound like real students. So that was what I got from them. Let me see. Where is my, let me just stop sharing real quick.
I have a quick question, Roxanne.
Go ahead.
And I don't mean to sound like I wasn't paying attention, but I don't recall how exactly are we going to inform the student body, the online student body of Welcome Week. I'm not sure if I missed it or I'm not sure how we thought about how we're going to do that. Or if we have or haven't, I just might have missed it. And I apologize again.
No, you're fine. So the way we're doing it is Casey Francis is going to be the one who's pushing the most advertising for us. So we have, I don't know, like we have a few followers on Instagram and our social media platforms. So we're going to push that out. We're going to push that out on our social media platforms. But Casey said that she would create an event under Sun Devils Connect. So everybody who's on Sun Devils Connect will be able to see that it would be ASU Online's Welcome Week. And then she would even create events for particular organizations. So like for the engineers, since they're the first ones, it would probably be like, hey, join the engineers on this day at this time, here's the link. And then it'll take them to our Facebook page, which is the open Facebook page, which I'm pretty sure everybody has liked. So that's how we're going to do it. Because we can't, I mean, I'm going to email the people that are on our mailing list, but aside from that, we can't mass distribute this email to all the online students because, you know, maybe they just don't care. They don't want to hear about it. So it's a very fine line. But Casey is going to be our biggest tool in our belt in terms of using their social media platforms because she runs Sun Devils Connect. Her and Lexi are the admins for that page. And if we can get our graphics done by the end of this week, then a big ASU Online will either retweet it or share it on their Instagram for us.
By the end of this week, do you mean Friday? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I was just making sure.
I mean,
will try to have, do they want copy too, or is it just, I'm sorry, like captions too, or do they just want graphics, or do they want us to post it on ours first, or just ship them like our own graphics? I'm assuming that we would post it on our pages regardless, but
so
are we shipping them in a format to them that they can post word for word what we write, or are we only going to send them to the links to our own post, I guess?
no, we will be sending them the graphic and the content.
Okay.
And let me just show you an example of what Casey Francis wants it to sound like. Okay, here is the updated version, except I haven't updated. Right here will be Si Se Puede. So we got the engineers, which I'm moving back up to this time slot because this won't take that long. We'll have a watch party the first day. We need to fill these.
If you're showing us your screen, you're not sharing it.
Thank you. Nobody said anything. Everybody was like, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Cool. Sounds good.
I thought you were gonna make the edits first and then show us.
Yeah, I couldn't tell at first if you were trying to show us or just editing it.
So this is a screenshot that I sent to Casey Francis. So we got
Okay.
the intro, which at the max, if we have 11 plus our organization talking, it shouldn't take all but like 15, 20 minutes.
Can you send me the screenshot?
Yeah, I can send it to you. It's actually on the drive if you just want to.
Yeah.
Go.
No, never mind. I can grab it from there.
Watch party down here. These mixers, I'm like again, I don't know how many organizations are going to RSVP, so it might work for them to fill in these spots. Our talent show will hopefully run about an hour, and then our scavenger hunt, and then our live Ask Us Anything OSG will be on Wednesday night. So that will be where they can. Have y'all seen Parks and Recreation where they do like town halls?
Yes.
And the people just come and yell at the government. That's
We're gonna get all those questions about tuition.
we are yes, that was something that I did mention to the development side. I said you guys need to be ready and have brainstormed ideas of how you're going to answer those questions. So hold on, let me see here.
So Roxanne, do the organizations who are doing the networking mixers, do they know how long they should at minimum be speaking? Because if they just come on for like 5 minutes, rattle down their stuff, and then, you know, we're all sitting there and we're like, okay, we've come on for this.
So yes, for the most part, because they've seen the calendar, and on Sunday I'm meeting with them. So
Okay.
I'm going to tell them like at the minimum, that's why I told them like do a game or do something like, you know, because how quickly could you get through all your information? Yeah, it could take 15 minutes. So here's the kind of the I don't know if you can see that, Camille. Kind of the friendly language.
Do you mind just
I'll forward
copying the language to me or whatever? I'll just say I'll spearhead the social media post creation to have stuff by Friday. I will likely have something tomorrow. Tonight I got screwed with work, so I have to go back to working after this, but I can have something tomorrow so everybody can look over it before we send it out on Friday, if that works.
I'm just going to send it straight to Casey Francis, and then she'll deal it with Big
Oh,
A.
okay. Yeah, I didn't know in case somebody else wanted to get eyes on it. But yeah, so if anyone wants to help write stuff, right now we only have, okay, cool. I'll share the doc and like the outreach and stuff.
Yeah.
I will, yeah. So right now we only have 2 designers, which is me and Katrina, who's not on this call. So if anybody has any sort of design savvy, don't be shy. I just use Photoshop, but I know that she uses Illustrator. But yeah, if you guys can do anything design wise, that'd be helpful. But I can like divvy up the tasks in the doc and worry about it after this call, so we don't take up too much time with the specifics. But yes, I will.
I would love to help. I'm like a Canva person. I'm not an Illustrator person. So.
No, you know what? Design is design. Like as long as we get something out there, you know. But yes, that'd be awesome. I will share the doc. Thank you.
Yeah, I have Photoshop too and Illustrator, so I can help.
Perfect. Yeah. So if we split it up, it should be like maybe like 1 or 2 graphics a person, so it wouldn't be too much. But yes,
Okay.
I will share the doc of like my thoughts of the social media posts, and we can divvy it up from there.
Okay, perfect. So in this new group that we're doing, this is what I really, really want. I really want just a welcome week with our dates and our Facebook like page on there. And I really want us to push the scavenger hunt and the talent show the most, because we need to have people for the talent show pre-send their clips and have that ready to go, so the hosts for the talent show are not like lost on the day they have to premiere the talent show. So Nick, can you still help me with hashing out through the emails and do this?
Yeah, I'll be around.
Okay. Anybody else want to help me hash through the emails? And I will give you access to the email address. I know there's a few people that are not on the meeting, but if anybody else wants to jump on, you're more than welcome to.
And like I can help out with like the
No.
talent.
Okay, yeah, you should. So I don't know. Do you have access to the email address yet? No. Okay, I'll send you the info. Okay, so that's really all I got for you guys tonight. Just we're running out of time. We're not too far behind. I will have more details on Monday. So next Wednesday, I will divvy up everything that we need to do. The social media team's doing a great job. I appreciate all your help. This is like the first impression that they will get of us. So if we suck, this is going to set the tone for what the student government is like. So I don't want to suck. I want us to be like great, because the development side has worked too hard for the student body to get the wrong impression of us. So any capacity that you guys can help, small or big, I welcome the help. And I'm gonna write my phone number on here in case anybody needs it or needs to contact me. You will have it. If you're on Slack, you probably already have it, but if you're not. Another thing is, last thing, we're not doing the photo thing. Is everybody cool with the ideas that we have so far? Is there any cool ideas that we might want to do? Aside from the talent show, we're not micromanaging the games that the organizations are going to do, because it's their time to interact with their audience. So we're not going to micromanage that. We got the talent show, we got the watch parties. Anything cool that you guys want to do? Should we have like an open discussion night where we just talk about, did Carol Baskins feed her husband to the tigers? Or, you know, something like that.
That would assume everybody's watched that show.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be that. I'm just saying.
I
like,
know, but
I guess we could just have a different theme of like what the social mixer is every night. So it's like, you could like do that. You could be like, social mixer tonight is like professional networking. Talk about, you know, do your LinkedIn. Next night is, let's talk about Disney movies, or not that specific, but yeah, I think that would be good. Like you could do it topics. So you could have one night where everyone's just arguing about something irrelevant. The next night, I mean, you could even do like a study night. Like I know it's the first week of school, so maybe you could theme one mixer. Let's all fill out the syllabus form together. But just something.
Okay, I like that.
I think would make the social
Sorry.
backup mix. Oh, sorry. Go. Nope. I'm just rambling. Go ahead.
Sorry. Or even like a night where we talk about the different resources available. Do we have anything like that going on?
The scavenger hunt night.
That's a scavenger hunt night?
That's
Okay.
the scavenger. So I don't know if I was like very vague with the scavenger hunt. So what the scavenger hunt is online resources for online students, and like cool resources that students don't know are available to online students. So Itziel's working on that now, and she's gonna send me a PDF of the clues. So I guess a clue would be like, where would you go to join online organizations? And the website would be obviously Sun Devil Sync. And then on Wednesday night, we will have somebody presenting all of the clues and the answers and how to find them and things of that nature. And then we'll open it up to questions. And if somebody was like, well, how can I find something like this? And we don't have the answer to it, then we will come back and we'll find them the answer, you know? So that's what that is. But we could do one, we could even tailor it to graduate students. I don't know, like, it all depends on, like I said, the organizations. And if we have time, if we have time slots to fill, then this will be our backup plan, like discussion nights, watch parties. We can do, what was that Jack in the Box game, Camille?
Oh, Jackbox?
Oh, Jackbox.
Jackbox, there we go. Jackbox game. I even thought about doing like a bingo, like just stuff that online students can get to talk to us and get to know us as the OSG, and you know, we're people. We don't want to be out of reach to anybody. So that's all I got. If you guys have any questions or concerns, if you need to speak to me privately, you guys have my phone number. It's in the chat. You guys can contact me anytime. I'm available. I will always make time to speak with you guys. So yes. Any last remarks, comments, concerns, questions?
We're putting on a whole welcome week for the entire student body. That's freaking cool. Like
I know.
we're gonna get that community that we've all been craving. That's not a good word to use. I can't think of anything else, but it's exciting.
It is exciting. It is stressful, and my VP is like up the roof. But
another 10 minutes.
I have all the confidence in the world that we can pull this off for everybody. We have a great outreach team, and I couldn't ask for a more involved, hardworking set of students to be on this committee. So thank you very much for that. Okay, I'm going to end the meeting. But again, if you guys need me, you can contact me, okay?
Okay.
Oh,
No,
mind.
Camille, no.
Camille wants to have a whole nother meeting.
Hey guys, so no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm good. Never mind. Okay.
Just call me or text me. Okay, everybody good? Have a good night. I'll see you guys on Saturday at 11 p.m. Arizona time for the development meeting, if that's what
11 p.m.
AM.
11. Yes, 11 a.m. Arizona time.
Not p.m. Okay.
Correct. Right.
Okay.
It's in the events with Arizona time and the UDC time. So, or UCT time. Yeah, there you go. Right? Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Have a good night. Thank you so much for taking time out of your evening. I will see you guys soon.
I apologize for the dogs.
Okay. Bye, y'all.
Bye.